Chapter 1, The Dragon Awakens. In Revelation 12, John describes a terrifying vision. And another sign appeared in heaven. Behold, a great fiery red dragon having 7 heads and 10 horns and 7 diadems on his heads. Revelation 12:3. This is no bedtime story monster. It is the biblical face of evil. Satan revealed in his fullness a deceiver cloaked in royal power, manipulating nations and rulers to wage war against the people of God. From the dawn of time, the serpent in Eden has grown into a dragon of global proportions. Genesis 3 promised this serpent would bruise humanity, but that a savior would crush its head. That prophecy reverberates across history, and here John sees the serpent's true form unveiled. The dragon is more than an image of Satan. It is also the composite of worldly empires and systems aligned against Christ. 7 heads, 10 horns, political powers, alliances, ideologies that rise and fall under the dragon's command. The question is, has the dragon already begun to awaken in our age? The chaos of nations, the seduction of technology, the fall of morality, these may be the scales on its back rising once again. Before we begin, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell for weekly insights. It only takes a second. Chapter 2, War in Heaven. John continues, and war broke out in heaven. Michael and his angels fought with the dragon and his angels fought, but they did not prevail, nor was a place found for them in heaven any longer. Revelation 12:7-8. This war is not mere symbol, it is the cosmic clash behind all earthly strife. Michael, the archangel, stands as heaven's general. The dragon is hurled down, stripped of his place in the courts of God. This echoes Isaiah 14:12. How you are fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning. Evil has been expelled from heaven, but it still prowls the earth. The book of Enoch, 1 Enoch 69, adds striking detail. Fallen angels taught forbidden knowledge, weapons, sorcery, and seduction to mankind. These watchers corrupted creation and now march behind the dragon's banner, reinforcing his power on earth. Heaven triumphed once, but the battlefield has shifted here to us. Every riot, every deception, every hidden agenda of rulers carries echoes of this unseen war. The dragon may be cast down, but he has not given up the fight. Chapter 3, The Dragon and the Woman. Revelation 12:13 paints a chilling picture. Now when the dragon saw that he had been cast to the earth, he persecuted the woman who gave birth to the male child. The woman, clothed with the sun, symbolizes Israel, and by extension the people of God. The dragon's rage turns against the faithful. In history we see echoes, Pharaoh slaughtering Hebrew children, Herod hunting the newborn Messiah, and in our age, persecution of Christians across the world. Always, the dragon tries to devour what God births into the world. Yet the text promises divine intervention. But the woman was given 2 wings of a great eagle, that she might fly into the wilderness to her place, where she is nourished for a time and times and half a time. Revelation 12:14. God preserves his people even in the wilderness. Enoch's visions also tell of God hiding the righteous during judgment. 1 Enoch 39:1. The faithful are never abandoned, for the dragon may pursue, but he can never overcome the covenant hand of God. Chapter 4, The Dragon's Allies. Revelation 13 reveals the dragon's strategy. Then I stood on the sand of the sea, and I saw a beast rising up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and on his horns 10 crowns, and on his heads a blasphemous name. Revelation 13:1. The dragon empowers this beast, a system of political dominion, blasphemous and global. Alongside rises another beast, the false prophet who deceives the world with signs. This unholy trinity, dragon, beast, false prophet, forms the axis of end-time deception. Enoch foresaw this as well. In 1 Enoch 56, he saw kings stirred by fallen angels, armies assembled in confusion, manipulated toward destruction. What John calls the beast, Enoch describes as nations inflamed by other worldly powers. This alliance of the dragon and his beasts seeks nothing less than a control of humanity's soul. And in an age of surveillance, digital currency and AI-driven propaganda, one cannot help but wonder, are we glimpsing the infrastructure of the beast even now? Chapter 5. The Mark and the Test. Revelation 13:16. 17 warns, "He causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and slave, to receive a mark on their right hand or on their foreheads, and that no one may buy or sell except one who has the mark." This is the dragon's economic stranglehold on humanity. The mark is more than a physical stamp, it is allegiance. It is worship of the dragon's order, a surrender of one's loyalty to God. Refusal brings persecution, hunger, and death. But acceptance seals eternal doom. The Book of Enoch warned of seals as well. In 1 Enoch 68, names are inscribed upon the condemned, binding them to judgment. The counterfeit mark is Satan's mockery of God's own seal upon the faithful. If you're following along, drop a comment below. What do you think the dragon represents in our time? This is no ancient relic. The world is racing towards digital systems of control, conditioning us for compliance. The test is coming, and it will reveal where every heart truly stands. Chapter 6. The Dragon's Rage Against the Saints. Revelation 12:17 declares, "And the dragon was enraged with the woman, and he went to make war with the rest of her offspring, who keep the commandments of God and have the testimony of Jesus Christ." Here is the target, the faithful, those who still cling to Christ when the world bows to the beast. This war is both physical and spiritual. Persecution intensifies, martyrdom returns, and propaganda paints believers as enemies of progress. It is already happening in whispers and shadows, and it will erupt openly in the days ahead. Enoch's apocalyptic visions foresaw the righteous hunted, but he also foresaw their vindication. The righteous shall arise from their sleep, and wisdom shall be given unto them. 1 Enoch 91:10. Even in death, the faithful will stand in triumph. When the dragon roars, saints are refined, their blood is seed, their suffering testimony. What looks like defeat is, in fact, the sharpening of God's army for the final confrontation. Chapter 7. The Beast's Dominion. Revelation 13:7 records, "It was granted to him to make war with the saints and to overcome them, and authority was given him over every tribe, tongue, and nation." This is global dominion, the dragon's final attempt at world empire. For a brief time it will look as though evil has won. A one-world system, religious deception, an empire propped up by fear and false miracles, the nations intoxicated with lies, the dragon enthroned through his beast. Yet the prophets assure us this dominion is temporary. Daniel 7:26 promises, "But the court shall be seated, and they shall take away his dominion to consume and destroy it forever." And Enoch too foresaw it. "The books shall be opened in the presence of the Holy One, and all the heavens shall be judged." 1 Enoch 90:20. Dominion may pass into the dragon's claws for a season, but the judge of heaven and earth is already preparing his verdict. Chapter 8. The Dragon's Fall. Revelation 20:10 gives the end in stark clarity. "The devil who deceived them was cast into the lake of fire and brimstone, where the beast and the false prophet are, and they will be tormented day and night forever and ever." The dragon's doom is sealed. Enoch's vision in chapter 90 mirrors this. The great beast is thrown into a fiery abyss, never to rise again. Evil does not endure. The dragon's roar will end in silence. This judgment is not a metaphor, it is destiny. Satan's power will collapse, his empire shattered. What he built in arrogance will crumble in eternal flames. And yet, until that day, the dragon fights with desperation. He knows his time is short, his rage is fierce because his end is certain. Chapter 9. The Triumph of the Lamb. At the heart of Revelation's prophecy is not the dragon's terror, but Christ's victory. These will make war with the Lamb, and the Lamb will overcome them, for he is Lord of lords and King of kings, and those who are with him are called, chosen, and faithful. Revelation 17:14. The Lamb triumphs, not by brute force, but by the blood of his cross and the faithfulness of his people. Revelation 12:11 reminds us, "And they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony." This is the true weapon against the dragon. Even Enoch saw the Ancient of Days seated, and one whose face was full of grace like that of one of the holy angels, 1 Enoch 46. The vision pointed to the Messiah enthroned in victory, defeating every power of darkness. The dragon may rise, deceive and devour, but the Lamb reigns. His kingdom cannot be shaken. His victory is eternal. Chapter 10, Stand Against the Dragon. What does this prophecy demand of us today? Peter exhorts us, "Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary the devil walks about like a roaring lion, seeking whom he may devour." 1 Peter 5:8. The dragon is real. His schemes are cunning and the hour is urgent. We cannot be passive. Revelation was not written for scholars only, but for believers who must endure. Its purpose is not to terrify, but to prepare, to anchor us in the Lamb's triumph while alerting us to the dragon's traps. The call is simple, but it is not easy. Reject the dragon's lies, refuse his mark, resist his seduction, and bear witness to Christ even in the face of suffering. For the faithful will shine like stars in the kingdom of their Father. The prophecy of the dragon is not about despair. It is about courage. The dragon rises, yes, but the Lamb reigns. And in that final day, those who endure with him will reign as well. The question is, will you stand when the dragon comes for you? Subscribe for more and share this with a friend who needs to hear it today. And be sure to check out the next video waiting for you on screen now. Cheers!